Good morning, friends. Welcome on my YouTube channel Quality and Motivation. I am Mukesh Gupta, and today our topic is problem solving technique through YY analysis. So, let us understand problem solving technique and YY analysis together. So, first of all, we will learn what is problem. So, there are so many definitions of problem. So, what is problem? Problem any deviation from the standard? Yes. Gap between actual and the desired condition? Yes. Unfulfilled customer needs, unfulfilled drawing specification, unfulfilled process requirement, all are problems. In the lean manufacturing, problem is defined as gap between the current condition and the desired condition. Hope this is understood to you. Now let us take some example of problem. In the first example, here we have set 100% on time delivery target, and actually we achieved 82% on time delivery. It means there is a gap of 18%. So this is one of example of problem because we have not achieved our set target. In the second example, we have set a target of 100% on-time delivery with lead time of 1 week. Actually, in actual, we have achieved 100% on-time delivery, but lead time is 2 weeks. So this is again a gap between the actual standard and actually what we have achieved. So this is one of the example. Now let us take another example. Here we have set a target of, let's take example, we have set a target of 100 million sale each month. But with this graphical figure, we are finding that in some months we have not achieved 100 million sale consistently. So this is again one of example of problem. Now let us understand type of problem. So with this matrix, we can define problems in 4 categories. As you know very well that each problem solving technique have causes and it has its countermeasure. So first we have C type of problem where we know the causes and we know the countermeasure. So this is one of the simplest type of problem. Second type of problem, B type of problem, where we know the cause but we do not know countermeasure. Such type of problem require high level of technology. We have to use systematic problem solving technique to solve such type of problem like 8D methodology, YY analysis technology, and and 7-step systematic problem solving technique. Let's move ahead. D type of problem where we do not know the cause but we know the countermeasure. And A type of problem where neither we know the causes, neither we know the countermeasure. Such type of problem really worth solving. And this can be solved with the help of analytical tools, which we will discuss in my other videos. Now let us understand problem statement. Problem definition, problem statement having a very important role in problem analysis. A problem statement shall consist of following questions based on 4W and 1F. Before moving ahead, I would like to quote here the quote from Charles Kettering. A problem well stated is a problem half solved. It means if we have defined the problem statement in a with all the questions, then it means we have solved half of the problem. So now let us understand the understand the problem statement with the help of 4W and 1H. So in 4W 1H we have what, where, who, when, how big, how often, how many. So let us understand one by one each. Means what is the problem that we have, that we need to solve, or what specific part having the problem, what specific deviation in that part. Where means where is the problem observed by location geographically, and where is the location in the part itself. For example, where is the part when problem was reported? Where is the location of the part? Which line? Which country? Which city? Now let us move who is impacted, like customer, business unit, department. Who had reported this problem? Who is having this concern? When is the time? When was the problem first reported? When was the problem first observed? When was the problem occur last time? Now move to the how big is the problem, how many parts having the problem, how often this problem observed. It means, is this a repeated problem or is this a first time observed problem? What is the magnitude of the problem? What is the trend of the problem? All these questions answer we have to gather in the problem statement. Why it is so necessary? When we do the analysis, we should not have any ambiguity. We do not have any questions related to problem definition or problem statement. Now let us move to the why analysis technique. So friends, why analysis technique was developed by Sakachi Toeda in 1930, and it becomes very popular in 1970. Sakachi Toeda was Japanese industrialist, and he is the founder of Toyota Motor Corporation. So why analysis technique was most famous in Toyota Motor Corporation during the development and invention of Toyota production system, which is today word called lean manufacturing system. Do you know who was the founder of Toyota production system? Taichi Onyo is known as father of Toyota production system. Why analysis technique is simplest of all analysis. This does not require any statistical knowledge or any mathematical knowledge. This is closely related to the reality. It drives the real root cause. The basis of Toyota's scientific approach is asking why at least 5 times so we can get root cause or permanent solution of the problem. It is believed that if we ask repeatedly why, then we can get root cause of any specific problem. This is the simple format which we use for why analysis technique. Here we found first we have to answer why, then we have to write down the answer, and we have to identify temporary action against that problem. Generally, in the manufacturing industry, we have two type of problem. One is sporadic problem, second is chronic problem. Here, if you see in this trend chart, we have rejection cases day wise. So some of the rejection is our having the chronic pattern, and we have one sporadic cases. Root cause of any sporadic case can be found through why analysis. Here, if you see, if you see, chronic problem have similar type of trend every day, but in sporadic case, we found completely different phenomena which occur suddenly. For successful why analysis, we should remember 5 key points. Let us understand one by one. First key point is Why analysis is always applied for only sporadic type of problems. Second key point is restorative measures will work in most sporadic cases for fixing the problem temporarily. It means we can restore the same situation, same condition of the machine with the help of YY analysis. Third is if we go back and check the YY analysis, it should arrive logically. There will be a logic sequence, and every time we have to check backward YY. Fourth is the final answer must result in change of standard or it must be related to the human error. Last but not least, the key point that YY analysis must be done today for analyzing today's problem. If we will analyze today's problem tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we will not get fruitful solution or we are not able to find out the root cause. So let us take one simple example of YY analysis for better understanding. Let's take the problem that run away from the red light. So first why is why you run away through a red light. The answer is getting late for the office. Then second why you are getting late for the office. The answer is wake up late in the morning. Then the why you wake up late in the morning. Alarm clock was not sound in the morning. Why your alarm clock was not sound in the morning? I did not check it last time and it is making malfunction. Why did you not check in the last night? Forget to check. It means we need to make check sheet so that alarm should work properly. Now let us take one more example of YY analysis. This example is from manufacturing industry which we face generally when in our machine shops. The problem is cylinder does not operate smoothly. Why the cylinder was not operate smoothly? Here the answer is strainer was clogged. The action is clean the strainer. So here I would like to highlight that here we have taken the action to fix this problem temporarily, not permanently. Now we have second why the strainer was clogged. The team found the answer that oil was dirty. The temporary action for this is drain the oil and clean the strainer. Now the third why is why did oil get dirty? The answer is dirt like chips and cutting fluid enter into the tank. The temporary action for this is prevent scattering of chips and cutting fluid into the tank. Now we have again why. Why did dirt get into the tank? The answer is upper plate of the tank having the hole and gap. The temporary action for this is plug the hole and gap of the tank. Now it is our turn to check the logic of this YY analysis. For this, we have to go back and check the logic. So first, if the upper plate of the tank did not have any hole or gap, then dirt would get into the tank. The answer is no. If dirt did not get into the tank, then oil would get become dirty. The answer is again no. If oil was not dirty, then strainer would not have clogged. Yes. If strainer was not clogged, then the operation of cylinder was smooth. Yes. It means our logic is matching with the solution. The biggest problem Our biggest mistake in why analysis is not going to check the real root cause by asking why. In this problem, we have not asked last why. Why the hole was made. The CFT answer for this repair error during maintenance work, and the action for this is standardization of the maintenance work. And here if we see that the key point is standardization and human error. Both are coming in our real root cause. So here we can end our why analysis because we have found the real root cause and permanent corrective action that we have to make standard for doing the maintenance work. Good why analysis always result to find the permanent corrective action. Permanent corrective action means we have to prevent the reoccurrence of such type of problem in future. Now let us check once again the 5 key points of good why analysis. The first key point is this a sporadic problem? So in the last example, yes, we have a sporadic problem. Second, did this action result in temporary fixing the problem? Yes, all the actions uh, which we have taken initially are all temporarily. Third, go back and check the logic. Yes, we have checked the logic and we found the sequence. Fourth, that our action should be on related to standardization, or final action should be related to standardization or human error. Yes, we checked and we found this. And fifth is done on the spot. It means today's analysis to be done today. Let us understand fifth key point in more detail. Why analysis must be done on the spot. Accurate analysis can be done when the evidence or defective part is available with the cross-functional team who were engaged in the problem analysis. Here we should follow 4G principle. The first G is Gamba, go to the site where the problem was occurred. Second, Ganbutsu, check and verify the actual part. Third G is Ganri, check the principle behind the phenomena. And fourth G is Gansoku, apply the principles on the actual situation. So these 4G principles also applicable when we do the YY analysis and to get the better root cause and permanent corrective action. Hope now you have understood the problem solving technique YY analysis. Thank you for watching my online YouTube channel Quality and Motivation. I request you, if you found interesting this training session, then please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you.